This is my camper, my cab over. I bought it a couple months ago. I kind of stopped working on it for a while. I think it's late 60s, early 70s. It's actually sold right down in Brownwood, Texas. It's pretty big for my truck, but I can get I can get an adventure truck later. Here's the inside. Pretty good sized camper. I got it for $600, mainly because I'm 6'2" and I always hit my head in these things, but this one's pretty tall. The entire front clip up here where you sleep was all rotten out. Someone at one point in time attempted to fix it, but didn't do it properly, which I'm having to do, which it's okay, a lot of tedious work. But I gotta take this entire thing out. Luckily I figured out where the screws for it are, so that shouldn't be too big a problem. But almost all the wood in this up here in the front, all the bottom wood, all of that was rotten to the point where you touch it, it'd explode. But all in all, pretty good camper. That's where I put a hole in it, trying to pull the board out before I realized it was screwed in. It's got pretty good. We're gonna have to replace both of these benches. They're both rotten out all the way down. Bottom board's rotten out. Corner boards are rotten too, but I can take care of that. But that also gives me a chance to cut out these spots. So I gotta place this corner, so I'm gonna widen it because it's kind of wobbly in my truck when I'm driving. It kind of moves side to side. I'm kind of not really scared, but don't want to do that. So I'm gonna widen it out probably 4 inches at least, maybe around here on both sides, so I can put my water jug right there. And I'm just going to do a little simple closet over here, kitchen over here. I might do the kitchen over here so I don't have the AC in. Sucks. The AC I bought's bigger than the last one, so I have to move this up. Whoever tried to fix this a few times, it looks like, never did a real good job. I mean, this 2x4 is just kind of plastered in there and everything. Same thing over here. I mean, you can see directly in it. So, yeah, when I got an inverter, I'm probably going to put it in the closet too, but it's about all that's on the inside. Got to find some pieces of tin siding that's like this, so I can stretch this out. You can see how bad it is in that corner. I don't know what it is, but every time I get a camper, this is always messed up. The only good thing about this camper is someone took the time to put a good set of trim on here, angle iron trim, all the way across the bottom, and a 2x6 or 4 underneath it, so that I can bolt my jacks onto it and have a better chance. I was originally planning on doing a mural. Not sure if I'm going to do that anymore. I know one thing, every place that has screws like this, without these heads, these rubber washers, is almost rotten on the inside. So I'm kind of slowly going back over with the screws with the rubber washers. I had to buy different kind of screws. Here's a name tag that tells you where I got it from. To get different type of screws, I didn't make what I wanted all together, so I had to buy rubber washers and some 8 8/0 and 3/4 inch long screws, because all the boards I'm using are 1 inch thick, so they all kind of split whenever I put the big screws through. But yeah, it's pretty good. Roof seems to be okay. There's a few spots where I think it's got a leak. It's a little bit tough to get up here. Not sure how well you can see that, but a lot of dents, but that can all be hammered out. I'm gonna do me a Texas flag on the top. But yeah, got for $600. It's less than what I spent on my last one. My last one was a lot more pain, in my opinion. It's mainly because I refused to take it all the way apart. Yeah, I got it. I was originally going to build a base to work on it, but then I decided this trailer of mine comes from an old pop-up camper I tore down one time. It's got stabilizer jacks all around the corners, on all four corners. It's very stable. I built my last one on it and I liked it then. I'm going to do it again on this one. But yeah, probably going to replace the door. Need to replace the lock, at least because it's got a broken handle here on the side. Yeah, so that's my camper. I got all of it. It's a lot of work, a little bit more than I thought initially, but when I first bought it, I decided I was going to do this properly, and I'm going to stick to that. That's actually a pretty good patch job. If you look at it from the outside, they got a piece of tin over this hole that they screwed it down and put a whole bunch of silicone and stuff and insulation. A few spots kind of like that, but it's be a pretty good little camper once I'm done with it. Venture Rig 2.0 is what it's going to say on the side. I thought about doing a mural on it, but then I realized I'm not very good at painting stuff like that. So I'm probably going to paint it one color or two colors or something. Last time the paint I painted it with came off really easy. I mean, you could walk up and it'd be off. Funny part was this electrical box when I bought it was a female plug. Sometimes these people amaze me by what I'm doing, by what they do. I mean, who plugs in a female plug on the outside? It's always supposed to be male, or you have a cord that has a male plug in it. But yeah, there's those screws I was telling you about to take out that top bunk. I was just getting to do it. I was originally gonna kind of suffer through it, but these front clips and everything here, I packed them full of glue yesterday just so they might help. But when we had a rainstorm a couple weeks ago, we had to rush to put a tarp on it and still didn't help, and realized there's a lot more stuff underneath there. I had a squirrel. I filled up a 5-gallon bucket with a vacuum. Yeah, that's all we're doing pretty much. Got a little bit, it's been a lot of fun trying to get this front clip rebuilt. That was the biggest thing. I don't have a good jigsaw here anymore. Ours broke a few years ago, so, and my scroll saw could not cut through that. So the way I cut that big circle was I drew it out, and I use a miter saw, which I don't suggest anyone ever doing. Miter saw is not meant for that, and there's a few times where it got thrown out of my hands. So don't do that, and you'll be alive at the end of it. So got a little separation right there, so I gotta try and fix that. It's gonna be a little bit of trouble. I might need some help with that, get my dad to help me, but that's just about it. So that's my camper, Adventure Rig 2.0. So